Okay. I'm going to be quiet for Toronto and Giovinco here because I'm going to get yelled at for what I'm about to say. Connor, go first.
Okay, give me 1 minute.
Adam, go first. I don't have time for this.
I'm going to put them right above Dallas.
Ooh. Okay.
So,
Why?
yes, they had the trouble. However, Canadian Championship, I kind of put an asterisk on because, like,
You're awful.
I'm sorry, there's only 3 teams in MLS that can win that. So, like, take it with a grain of salt. 1 MLS Cup, 1 Supporter Shield. I don't feel like I'm not going to put them in A. I understand that treble-winning team was one of the best teams MLS has ever seen as far as like a single season. However, I think all the teams we have ahead of them are more impressive as like a longevity franchise kind of thing. So that's my vote.
This is hard because, I mean, according to us, they've had the greatest team in history, and they have won 7 Canadian championships, which I'm not going to say they don't count, but they don't carry the same weight as some of the other ones because of the competition. Not to say it's not impressive, still 7 championships is good. They also went the first 8 seasons of their franchise not even making the playoffs.
Thank you.
Which is it's pretty bad. It's hard because I feel like you gotta weigh the treble season kind of heavy because I mean it's the best season in MLS history.
Yeah. So Andrew, I'm gonna guess put them somewhere like mid C.
No, I wasn't that low. I thought you guys were going to go higher.
Oh no.
They were atrocious in the beginning.
Well, the reason I thought Connor would have forgotten because Connor wasn't around when Toronto FC were the laughing stock of the league.
Yeah, they were bad.
They were literally. You looked at them, and you were like, "Let's go. We're gonna empty the bench. We are gonna drop 4. It is gonna be one of those teams." They finished dead last twice in their first 2 seasons. They were FCC Minnesota bad in their first year or 2.
Yeah.
Like they were that bad. Now 2012 they were also bad. They didn't get good until they went in and their owner bought Giovinco Josie Bradley. That's when they started to turn everything around. That being said, you do have to weigh that treble season, and literally they're past 5 seasons now, right outside of 2018 when they had that little snafu. Really, they've only made 5 playoff appearances in 13 years.
Yeah,
like
pretty bad.
The recency bias aside, this team was not good.
No.
They were in the but we have to also take into account the fact that they were runners up in the Champions League too. And the Campeones Cup, which evidently is a thing.
Yeah, that's why I put them.
Like the recency has me go right about maybe above Columbus, almost above Chicago.
Nah, I can't put them above Columbus.
I can put them above Columbus.
I don't know if I could put them above Columbus either.
Why not? I get how bad they were.
Yeah, that's part of it. I think also the honors that Columbus has.
I get it, but you can't not take into account their just sheer dominance in the 2016 to 20, where
I mean we also put Orlando in D because they didn't make the playoffs for 8 years.
Okay, that's a fair point. Orlando didn't win the treble.
No.
Orlando runners up in Champions Cup.
But that's also why we're not considering them in D.
Correct. I would go for above Columbus. That is where I'd put them.
I think honestly the fact that you mentioned the playoff part where they've missed the playoffs 9 out of the 15 years they've been here?
13 years they've been in the league.
13. No, then they must not have missed
8 out of 13.
1,
4, 5,
2,
6,
3,
7,
4,
8,
5, 6, 7, 8,
9.
9.
They've missed 9 times out of 13 years. They've been in there.
3,
I
4,
can't
5.
count out of 14.
Yeah,
Numbers are hard.
this is looking at these teams, it really doesn't seem like it's super difficult for teams to at least make the playoffs 50% of the time. Like it feels pretty generous to make the playoffs. And Toronto have missed it in 9 out of the 14 seasons.
Yep.
I totally get the recency bias. They've absolutely turned it around, and that's something we gave Minnesota credit for. So it's something we have to give Toronto credit for.
Yeah.
And for that season. But just like the things that are weighing them down are like pretty heavy. Like you could argue you take away the treble season, and obviously it's a big thing to take away, but if you take away the treble season,
They're bad.
we're probably talking about D tier.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I still feel like they would be between Columbus and Dallas, and I'm not sure if that might be considered generous to some people.
That's fine.
I'm okay with that. Like I said, I think I weigh heavy on the treble simply because the next year they went and finished in the runners of the Champions League.
Yeah.
That's big. So